turn the pages of this storybook together. Each page marks a chapter in your journey with Genshin Impact. Beyond the turning leaves lie countless adventures, waiting for you at the very edge of the stars and the abyss. Remember this day? This was the day the door at the end of that path first thundered open before you. I had to choose which twin I wanted to be, and of course I had to go with Midriff. There are still 13 million travelers who have the Zhao lantern they once made themselves quietly tucked away in their backpacks. I am not one of these. On August 7th, I crossed paths with Paimon for the very first time. It's been 1,510 days since the two of us met, and together we've shared 1,495 days of adventure. I missed 15 days of login, apparently. Sometimes you embark on multiple adventures in a single day. So far, I don't know what the proper grammar was supposed to be on this. You've 1,231 times you've departed with the rising sun. So it's basically saying, like one of the comments? Ah! Yo, thanks! You missed 5 days? Shame. I did. Shame. Yeah, that is very shameful, isn't it? Does it work all the time? No, it was a one-time thing. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Kura. So 1,200 times was at the crack of dawn. 3,300 times was, I'm assuming, noon. I'm assuming noon to afternoon. And 2,500 times was at the evening. I'm assuming that 2,500 times was whenever I streamed. Comment once? I did comment earlier. I commented earlier. That's why it shows. Tartalia, because I already. Someone misspelled together. Dang, you caught that? On August 7th, somewhere in Zavat, you stumbled your very first hidden achievement. Why does it show this? Is it telling me that my first ever achievement was getting hit by a boar, or is this a general one? Got the level up books. I did. I've earned 1,295 achievements so far, outpacing 99% of fellow travelers everywhere. Holy crap. I do have so much achievements. I still don't understand what they mean by 99% of fellow travelers. What do you mean I'm at the 1%? That sounds wrong. On August 8th, Hiraya became my very first friend. Hiraya was the IRL friend that got me into Genshin. Also Dingo. But Dingo showed me a picture of Razor, and I was not interested still back then. But Hiraya, I don't know what Hiraya specifically said to me to get me into Genshin, but it was something they said that made me go, alright, I'm checking this out. But there was definitely a lot more other things. It was targeted ads. It was my favorite YouTubers being sponsored by Genshin. And including Dingo sending me the picture of Razor, all those stacked up, and Hiraya was like that cherry on top that went, yo, you should check it out. And I did. And whenever I had something a beginner wants clarification on, I would go to Hiraya. And they I don't think they've played Genshin for a while now, but they're I'll always be there if they ever want to hang. You 100%ed all the achievements on your main account, mostly because your IRL best friend uses your account. So, did your IRL best friend 100% it for you because they use your account, or did you 100% it because your IRL best friend uses your account? The causality didn't connect there on the transition. I don't. If it did, then I don't know where the causality is. And I guess ever since, Quid has taken the throne of being the friend who has walked by my side the most. which is interesting to me because Kuro, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but in Kuro's part for this, it showed that I was the friend who walked by the most for Kuro. But for me, it's Quinn. And I think that's interesting that we can hold hands like that. Like, Quinn could walk by my side and I can walk by Kuro's side. And Kuro can probably walk by someone else's side. And I like that domino effect of, you know, being there for a lot of people. On August 10, I was honorary knight. And on the same day, I used my glider for the first time. I've soared past 51 statues of the 7, 604 teleport waypoints, and carried on the breeze are whispers of your 25,781 visits to these places, which I still don't understand. Like, are you telling me I only use the waypoints and statues of the 7 25,781 times? I feel like I use them more. You probs go up with me the most. That's true. That's probably true. Like, you probably only ever visit my world for when I ask people to help me in co-op. I believe that. And apparently, I've used the waypoint and statue in Mondstadt the most. I wouldn't say I'm tethered there, although Mondstadt does have a soft spot in my heart. It's home to me, while Sumeru feels like my vacation spot. Sumeru always felt like that place you can always visit and never feel out of place. But Mondstadt is home. But also Mondstadt has theater and Spiral Abyss and a lot of weekly bosses that I tend to fight. And you know, it's pretty easy to just keep being there. Yours is Liwei. Ah. It's on August 12th that I became a member of the Adventurers Guild, where I started doing dailies, managing to get over 90,000, well, 89,000, a bit of primo gems from commissions. Nick, Mondstadt has TC. That's, you know what? Yeah, that would also be probably a reason for people to keep visiting Mondstadt, sure. Hi, Nick. We're doing we're checking out my stats, Nick. How is your stats? You wanna compare? For me, it's the closest for cooking daily comms and the furnace. Really? Cause I don't know, maybe that's a recent thing. I guess before I got my teapot, I would do it in Mondstadt, but after my teapot, I would always cook and do all the weekly extras in my teapot. It's just way more convenient. And when they released the adventure points that made you speedrun dailies through just using your resin, I stopped doing dailies. I think the last time I did dailies was the last patch of Notland, when I ran out of adventure points and didn't want to get more adventure points because it would all, if I had any extra, it would all go away once Nodcroy dropped. Only 2,500 times? I had 89,000 for waypointing? Dang, maybe I just like walking then. On August 14, I stepped into another traveler's world. I don't remember who that is anymore. Probably Hiraya. No, it couldn't be Hiraya, because Hiraya was so much more of a higher adventure rank than me, so I couldn't visit them, but they could visit me. You're gonna recheck mine? You guys can do that? Oh yeah, it's just available out here, isn't it? To date, I've adventured alongside 3,700 fellow travelers in co-op mode. That's you guys! In other travelers' worlds, I've gathered 4,000 materials, mostly because I don't really farm mats in other people's worlds. If I can help it. On August 16, I set foot in the Spiral Abyss, completely by accident because I was exploring and then got sucked into the void. Sumeru's your home for commissions. As a Lumine main, it's the most doable for solo play. Is it because of the Dendro? Also, you do your commissions solo as Lumine? I have gathered 740 Abyssal Stars. I'm pretty sure that's not maximum, and that's nowhere near maximum. And of course, my favorite dudes to bring, Zhongli, Xingqiu, and Bennett, the safety boys. On August 22, it was as if fortune herself wrapped you in her golden light. I set a record for opening 223 chests in a single day. I have no idea what I was doing that day. I have no idea how I managed to unlock 223 chests in one day. I have no idea what I was doing. You do and you still use Geo. Oh dang. And I thought you were... and here I thought you were just a normal Genshin player. No, you main Eula and you do daily solo as a Geo main. Dang. 328 for 100%ing the entire desert that day. Holy crud. Yours was 213. What were we doing? I mean, yeah, Nick was 100%ing the desert for that day, but what was I doing? On September 13, I got Diluc from the standard banner. I remember that one. 84 companions have since joined my party. And I trust myself. I trust myself most. I'm at level 90, talent level 30, constellation 6, with a level 90 Aquila Favonia and R1. If I ever get the chance to level 100 any character, it would be Traveler first and foremost. You are 100%ing Mondstadt. I feel like I would have been doing something similar too. I was probably grinding for Primos. The day was October, though, so I think I was just genuinely enjoying Leeway. Fair enough. The biggest blessings you can get, just enjoying your time. Traveler level 100, let's go. Traveler loyalists right here, right now. Emerge. Yours is always be Yayla, and I can say, yeah, I get that. Genshin Impact's first anniversary is almost here. What? Oh! That day, countless brilliant fan creations formed a galaxy of blessings, but really that starlight never really stops. It's always been there, even on the most ordinary days. From the flood of birthday fan art for each character to the lightning-fast guides after every update. And those late-night edits and animations that make you go, "Wah!" and cry a little. Or a lot. So come on, share with us the masterpiece that made you yell out loud in excitement. Do I actually have to? Already on 95. Holy, good luck, Kuro. Yeah. Gamba. On September 26, a fierce cry rang out. Rex Lapis has been killed. On August 22... Huh? So on September 26, I did the Leeway quest, but it was only on August 22, but it was all the way back on August 22 that I reached the summit of Qingyun Peak. And 469 times I've fallen from above. Okay, how do you even count that? How are you keeping track of that? The pigs have also witnessed your companion Diluc's frequent stumbles. Why? Why do you track that? In September 26, this was my main goal for starting Genshin, by the way. That unlocking the teapot was my number one goal when I started Genshin. Also the YouTube channel, but the YouTube channel kind of fizzled out after a bit. But yeah, September 26, I got my teapot. And to lend charm to this place, I've gathered 15,000 wood, crafted 2,600 furnishings, welcomed 159 visitors, and my most frequent guest is Kane! Yo! The truest warmth on any journey comes from companionship. So far, I've welcomed 83 traveling companions to rest and recharge in my little oasis of tranquility. I think I just have my teapot open for anyone to visit, even if I'm offline. On October 24, beneath the sacred sakura tree where petals fall with the breeze and the blossoms fade with the passing day, you drew your very first great fortune. Oh! On December 11, I braved the lightning's glow and swung my blade to tear the cage open. Is this the Raiden fight? You died from fall damage 9,000 times. Which were rituals, I swear. Surely. They keep track of everything. I wonder how many times I've stepped on a puddle of water while traversing Fontaine. Surely they keep track of that. It was your support that brought Genshin Impact countless awards and honors. It was your every word of love that helped build the stairway. Okay, get out of here. I'm reading. Success. And it's your feedback that keeps making the game better and better. Let's keep walking this path side by side into the future. Apparently the first slide of your first Genshin friend has some really heavy, uneasy past for lots of players. Are you still friends with your first Genshin friend? Yeah, we are. I consider us still friends. It's one of those adult friendships that are very low energy. I'm a very low energy type of friend. Like I don't really chat you every day. But you know, it's not like we parted ways negatively. It's just that life keeps us busy. But you know, we're still good buds. I still think we're still good buds. It's just that they've changed interests. I've changed. I'm still in Genshin. Genshin's not really kind to old devices. They used to play in mobile, and the game got so heavy that their phone couldn't handle it anymore. And they tried playing on laptop, but even then it was kinda bumpy. And yeah, so I think sometimes they look back in Genshin, but most of the time they play other games, and that's fine. Yeah, let's meet once in 2 to 5 years, kind of adult friendship. Yeah. And you know what? That's alright too. I think that's fine. I just hope that they know that, you know, we're good. We'll always be good. 1333 pieces of furnishing. You, Kuro? You do stuff in your teapot? I have bad times with my first Genshin friend. They may be a person who has tried to dox me just a few weeks back. Oof. Pat Jesse. Apparently I killed Fischl in Fontaine the most. They track that? It did used to be really good on light devices. Devastating that I have the whole PS4 would be phased out on Luna. Yeah. Imagine, I think it was a meme. Someone posted like, yo, I finally treated myself and bought a PS4 so that I can play Genshin Impact. And then immediately the next post behind it was, PS4 will now be phasing out. A shame. Wait, isn't that Miss Yoon's voice? The beauty of traditional opera now etched into your memories. Listen. The opera La Vaguelette has woven unspoken sorrow into a song, while the Natlan Symphony carries the glory of the tribes far and wide. Tevat is home to cultures of all kinds, each with its own charm. So, which region's people and stories touch your heart the most? It's sad though, PS4 support is gonna be gone. Yeah. On October, what the fuck, where did I get that number? On August 24, you whizzed through the air for the first time, propelled by the power of a 4-leaf sigil. What? In your ear, the breeze carries the Aranara song. Oh, Sumeru! We're talking about Sumeru! Books are stepping stones toward greater wisdom, and to date, you've already gathered 210 of them. But since November 7, that name can no longer be found in any of these texts. Wait, Great Lord Gukudevada? Who's that? Kaya died the most on my end. Must have been my first few months of Genshin. I probably ran around with Diluc a lot because he was my first 5-star. Hey, friend. But TCG started in 2022? It's been that long? 324 electrifying games. Okay, Nick, drop your digits on this. Nick. Nick, I need you to drop your digits on this one. This specific page, I'm interested in your digits. 324 electrifying games have turned many ahead, and I've obtained 61 special cards, each portraying a trusted companion. To date, I've dueled fellow players 32 times, testing both wits and card in battle. I've played more matches than 97% of all TCG players. Oh no! I've played so few matches, and that still brings me up to the 3%. 97% of players cannot be bothered with TCG as much as it has me. What do you mean I'm in the top 3%? Am I understanding this right? I'm at the 3%. Holy crud, it's been what? 3, 4, 5. It's been 3 years since TCG dropped, and I'm still at the 3%. 1944 wins, 34-12 matches, 56% win rate. Holy crud. That's a good 50-50 though. Holy crud, you're above average on wins. Dang. What will you're surely at the 1%, surely. On August 16, the blessing of the transoceanic source water revealed itself, allowing you to move freely across Fontaine's great terrestrial lake of your companion. Of course, I'm at above 90%. Of course. Nick, I challenge you to 60% your win rate. Oh god. You gotta drop a few subs on Nick's channel if you challenge them for that. A bet's a bet. I just want to see funny dice pile up. And you are above average win rate regardless. Why does Diluc die so much for me? Do I use him that much? On November 11, the final judgment was passed, bringing an opera of unbearable loneliness and sorrow to its close. And the verdict came down, the Hydro Archon guilty to be punished by a death sentence. I don't get this one. Have these characters of ours died that much? I don't remember using them that much. What's that beautiful melody in the air? Feels like we're standing right in Tevat. It's the Genshin concert live on tour. People from all around have gathered here in unison. Each one of them reliving that very first moment their hearts skipped a beat for that character, that story, or that song. So tell us, which piece of music made you want to scream with joy? I have a soft spot for all the music. They just do so well. They just do so well on the music. I can't... If I was gonna name a favorite, it's everything that has vocals in it. I'm sure about 99% because I have 8,200 games and a 53% win rate. Oh my gosh. How I have so many games on TCG. I can imagine it's the same hyperfixation as you have with Nick. Funny dice go brr. Oh, theater. On July 7, you made your debut in the endless adventure drama unfolding somewhere between reality and fantasy, and completed 135 acts of theater. Supporting companions have come to the aid of 7. Really? People use my characters? Oh, I didn't even know! Oh, yo! Oh, that makes me so happy! I didn't expect anyone would use my characters. Holy crud. I hope they served you well. At least fodder. The companions who have joined you most often in performance are Bennett, Toma, and Linny. They guard your back and stand as your greatest partners at your side. You use your Bennett from time to time? Yo, why do you not have a good Bennett? I mean, I feel like this is very limiting because the characters you can bring to theater are subject to the elements and availability for for availability and what the game decides are special guests. Yo! Infralabra! My brain fuzz up. Hi Fern, welcome in. Why not? Fair enough. Hi Fern, welcome in. I used your stuff just because I felt pity? Well, you're welcome. I think what you meant to say was thank you. Ah, Wilson. On August 28th, the day you first set foot in Notland, the Petlosaurus entrusted the young Wilsonite to your care. So far, I've invoked Saurian Indwelling 836 times. Of all of them, I like being a Dendrosaur the most. Swinging and leaping through the air on January 4, bearing the ancient name Tumaini, you helped Notland bring an end to its bitter war at long last. Our forebears carved miracles into obsidian rock, yet future bearers looked upon them and saw strength. It's funny, like, I have an Imaginarium Theater damage record of 300k, and it's someone else's goddamn Moalani. Me with all the C6 characters I keep borrowing from other people. Yes, completely understandable. You guys want to share your Tapetlosaur names in chat? I have a specific ruling on how I name characters, and for the Tapetlosaur, the rule was that it has to have W and Y. So we got Wilson, which was just a really cute name, and Yit. Yit means yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But you know, you combine it and you get Wilson It. We have the same Saurian. You're also a Yumkasaur? Yours is Chikiryu, Earth Dragon in Japanese. Ooh. I made him little guy because Final said it at first, just like how I have renamed Wanderer. Fair enough. For your main account, it's just your agency name. Your agency is represented by the Tapetlosaur. Fair enough. They do turn into a huge dragon that controls the death of the universe. Valid. These graffiti are so cool! The heat coming off that wall could cook an omelet. The world you love is breaking through the fourth wall and stepping right into your life. We made a promise, didn't we? To meet again someday. If someone asks why it's that name, I just say it's based on Miko. Based. The theater's battle on September 1. In the theater's battle on September 1, Moalani dealt an incredible 400,000 damage, a new record that still stands today. Okay, we have to clarify this. This damage was already broken in recent theaters. It's just that the statistics count it after a certain time. It did not count the recent crazy C6 Furina that we used last theater. Hi, Sticker. The anniversary song, yeah! It's the Clornavia best ship is still there. What? Has this just been here? So that they have someone with them. It stopped until the 1st of September, which would not have counted our recent Furina borrow that dealt like crazy numbers. You probably shouldn't have said that massive slip up while Nick is here. No one will ever know. Who's gonna know? How big was the Furina damage? Big. On January 1, you played your first melody in Tevat. The music flowed from your fingertips, carried on the breeze for all to hear. So far, you've performed 35 pieces from the repertoire of myriad melodies, placing you ahead of 80% of Tevat's musicians. Dang! If you had to name the most essential daily item in Tevat, the answer would be clear as day. Mora! Oh god. I've earned a total of 405 million so far. On January 31, I spent 6 million in a single day. I've burned through 394 million. so far. Oh dear. That means I'm holding on to like 100 million right now? Or less? 10 million? Question mark? You still don't know how your Lisa died a lot in Fontaine. I don't remember bringing Lisa around that much in general. Yo, same. Me with Diluc. I don't remember bringing Diluc around in Fontaine. Or Liyue. Although I do remember, although Diluc was my first 5-star, so I understand exploring Liyue with him. But also, huh? Densa! Wanna share your stats with us? Anything that stood out to you? We're going through mine right now. You spent more than I did? I wonder what I've been paying for. I do build a lot of characters in fairness, and we're about to build another one for October. How big? Big enough to make Jig not have enough time to process the distraction. Exactly. Wondering what your friends are getting up to? You'll find the answer in Traveler's Tales. On February 12, you cross paths with Sucrose during your journey. Since then, the wind has carried news of your friends to you 79 times. Of them all, the one you've run into the most is Shikanoi Heizo. Heizo just keeps popping up. Heizo just keeps popping up. Ooh, let's go. Your llama is 186. No, make it a 10-10-10. You have Kazuha as yours? Ooh. She doesn't have a favorite, guys, I swear. No. Don't know what you mean. Don't know what you mean. Every follow, every click becomes starlight in a poem written across the galaxy. From all across the world, verses drift on the wind, and together we trace a glowing path through the stars. Thank you for walking this journey with us for so long, and onward we go, together, into all that's yet to come. 113 million global followers total. Dang. You last obtained an artifact on September 23, 2025. Tap to claim, and the screen lights up. Wow! A blaze of golden brilliance. Traveler, this is what your artifact bounty looks like right now. 14,000 5-stars, with 500 of them maxed out. Why do they call it relics? Huh? They're HSR? Huh? On September 23 marks the day Squirrel fell as your latest defeat. You have more maxed out than me? Well, to get gold, you gotta go through coal. I think that's how it works. Arties and relics are the same? I don't remember artifacts ever being described as relics in Genshin. I know they're called relics in HSR, but yeah. They're basically relics. But yeah, but they've never been referred to as relics in the game, I don't think. What do you mean squirrel? Like an actual animal squirrel? Is this a character? I've defeated a total of 158,000 opponents in the open world. Worst of all of them, my longtime opponent, the Electrotusen, has been felled 8,000 times. I killed a squirrel. Why is that highlighted? Your llama on your main is already 8, 10, 9. I can even log in for the past 10 days. I'm blaming my friend because I'm now on 3 remaining treasure resin from a starting 130. Ooh! Well, gotta go back to start. No way the squirrel made it into Jig's screw. What? It's whatever you killed last? Oh god, well, a girl's gotta get her meat somehow. While Bennett and Xiangling have stood by you as your most reliable companions in arms. This is funny to me because it took me so long to actually build Bennett and Xiangling, because I was so mad at everyone telling me that they're the best supports you can have. It was the fact that they were so meta that I started the C3 rule for the 4 stars because I did not want to touch characters that were decreed meta and the best choice and something you had to do. But the fact that they are here means like I was also a victim of meta. You feel like you've all massacred lots of the E-flies enough for it to be this common. Yeah. At least Llama has her best possible artifacts, and it only costed you over 120 resin, fragile resin. You checked mine and you have 4K artifacts? Oh god. Wait, what's the max artifacts you can have in your inventory now? 5K? You gotta clean that out soon, Sticker. Benny and Shang Ling at just one team moment. You defeated 400k. You defeated 400k worth of village trolls. Oh dear. Or enemies in total. 2.4k? Okay, that makes much more sense. But what's the maximum artifacts you can have in your inventory now? 3k? Hey, have you heard? Oh gosh, sneak peek into version Luna 2? What? 2.4k in back. Wait, that's a maximum artifacts you can hold? How did you get 4k artifacts? Said I have 15k? What? Can I go back? I can go back, right? How far was that? Huh, wait, this just, wait, no, that just means that those are the 5 stars that I've collected. No. The 500 is the maxed out ones. 14k is the ones I've collected. It doesn't reflect, it shouldn't reflect the artifacts I'm holding right now. You collected way less 5-star artifacts? Did it say 5-star rarities? 5-star rarity should be the amount of 5-star artifacts you've collected, while maxed out relics would be the ones you've leveled up to 20. You have 4k. Huh. That doesn't sound right. For someone who's been playing as long as you have. Oh! What? No, that can't be it! No, that can't be it! Is that it? Is that it? Your max out relics is 286. Dang, you've only collected 4k 5-star artifacts? You don't farm for artifacts as much then. Huh. This is the most active web event for an anniversary, not gonna lie. But it felt like last year was so much more interactive. It had all these chibi pictures and all these characters moving around, having all these lines. This one felt very cue cards. It only costed me 83 fragile for Lauma. The rest got used on preparing for the boy himself. Durin? It's been 40 minutes. I was waiting for like a cutscene or something. I don't know why I thought that, but... Yo, I've taken 782 pictures. Sticker, I need you to drop your stats on this. What's your sharpshooter stat? Specifically Sticker. I need Sticker's specific numbers on this. You're so lazy with artifacts after a certain time. Depends on mood. If I feel super tired of farming, then what? That's it with artifact farming. You know what? Fair enough. It's just that you play so often, I would think you would use your resin. But then again, active playtime does not necessarily equate to resin burn. For all I know, you could just be running around enjoying the sights, which is also a very valid way of playing the game. This Genshin we're talking about, don't overestimate them. Well, God forbid I wanted them to go above and beyond from last year. But you know, it was really cute. This one was really cute. I'd say this is a very cute statistics one. Shamli for the bad. Okay, fair enough. Teapot, you know what? Sure, Teapot Master. 4,000! Oh, goodness. That, you know, now that sounds about right. Now that sounds about right. I've acquainted with Paimon for 1,800 days. Hey, it's your friend anniversary. And a total of 400 million more? I don't think that's that big of a deal. A total of 84 companions. 13,000 dishes. Yeah, that looks good. Well, that was tracing the heart's journey. How many fish did I catch? Sharpshooter, wildlife whisperer. Oh, I like this one. Waterside philosopher. 1981. Okay. I specifically need Ari's statistic on this. If I don't think Ari is here. Alien NPC. I want Ari's fish cat. Okay, I specifically need Ari's statistics on this, but they're not here at the moment, Saj. Specific achievements are targeted. Exactly. You know specific achievements? Here. Nick! Wait, no. Where's the TCG one? I need to... Is there TCG here? Overload of Abyss, TCG... Here. Nick! I specifically need Nick's statistics on this one. TCG Mastermind. How many matches total? Only 13k dishes, laughs, and 40k of food made. I don't really cook as much as I need to. I only cook as much as the weekly BP wants me to. Or at least needs me to. Let me pull it up real quick. It's nice. Oh, here's one for Jesse. Jesse, here's something I want from you. Smooth as water. How many music scores have you played? I need your... whether... I don't know. Would you like to share your main account or your alt account? Completely up to you. What's good for Kudo here? Kudo! Overlord of the Abyss? Would you like to share your abyssal stars? Waterside philosopher for fish, stove god, bounty of wonders, sharpshooter. 104 on your main because you only play 9 and 10 stars. Oh my god, that's the 104 goes crazy knowing that you only play 9 and 10 stars. What do you mean? What do you mean there are 9 and 10 stars in Genshin? You've acquainted with Paimon for that many days. Top tier adventurer. Primo gems from daily commissions, and show me the money for Mora, and treasure sweeper for chest. God dang. That was cute. What a journey it has been. If there's a rhythm game, it'll have competitive players. Now for the wheel. Oh god, the wheel, right. Fudge. That's it. That's true. 4,000 matches. And you have a 53% win rate. Holy crud. Do I get anything from sharing my summary? 20,000 Mora. Oh my gosh. What a journey. 5 years of Genshin. Holy crud. Your TCG is 87. Yo, you and me both. You gotta put that in perspective. 5 years of your life. In 5 years, you would have gone from a 6th grader to a senior in high school. In 5 years, you would have finished an entire masteral course. In 5 years, an infant can go from being a newborn to speaking sentences and having motor skills enough to run around a park by themselves. Like you gotta put it in perspective. 5 years of our lives. I mean, not just Genshin. So many things go down in 5 years, and the fact that a lot of us stuck to Genshin as a constant or something to come back to, or just something that's there is kind of nice, in my opinion. Like it's it's kind of one of those things that feels like something that'll always be there. I mean, I get it. Some people can't always be there because there's actual physical constraints. They don't have the devices that can carry Genshin anymore. They are burnt out. They can't stay. They have to move on. They went to greener pastures. They got new interests, and tastes change. People change. 5 years is a long time, but also it's a short time. Holy crap! It flew by just like that. Could you believe Genshin was super popular during pandemic? 5 years and many of us could have flourished a marriage-worthy relationships, but lots of us didn't. Hey, I am married to my 2D men, and another one is about to join my harem. His name's Flynn's. I cannot pronounce his full proper name, but that's not my fault. I still like those reels and shorts. Oh, what? Chat's moving. I still like those reels and shorts of people getting married but speedrunning their Genshin dailies on the day itself. I see so many of those! Those are so cute to me. I love those stories so much. Like, hold on, the ceremony's in a few minutes, let me finish the Mondstadt balloon escort real quick. And now they can even do better on that. Like, they can just do a thing in, they can just, whatchamacallit? Oh god, words. They can just, condense resin now. And they're golden.